First one is, you mentioned him a couple of times, CM Punk.
Ugh. Here's the thing. I used to love Punk. Punk to me was like when I went to OVW, that's around the time he got sent to OVW. So I watched Punk get effed with. I watched people try to take him down. I watched people just try to just politic to like whatever. And he did everything on his own terms. And I respected that. I was like, F yeah. What CM Punk gave me back in the day was hope. Hope that you don't have to be like these effing assholes over here. You do the job, you do it well, you connect with that audience, and that's what you effing do. Punk, I put on a huge pedestal, and that's my fault. You shouldn't put anyone on a pedestal, but I put him on a pedestal. And now, fast forward to today, I think he's a sellout and a fake ass. And the for me, what was like it for me was I was looking after Melissa Coates, rest in peace, passed away. I was looking for some information and I came across this article where he was talking about Sabu because Sabu was her boyfriend for a long
Mhm.
time. So I click on it and it's this story about how Punk, Sabu, Test, Kevin Thorne and somebody else, I can forget who, had this situation at this hotel where there was like blood in the hotel room and all this. Bitch, you didn't name my name. It was my room that the blood was in. And so it's like, this is what had happened. So we were in some town, I can't remember where, and there was like some like I think it was like a boat show or something going on. So a lot of the hotel rooms were just like booked, and we were all like following each other. It was one car had Sabu was the other one. Sabu, Punk, Kevin were in one car, and then Kelly and Test were in another car, and I was in a car by myself because at that point I got my license back. And so we were all following each other, and we pull up to this really crappy like hotel, and we go to the door or to the check-in, and we just hear, and we're like, what? We're dinging the thing. The guy comes out. He's like all coked out or something. He's just going like this. And so he checks us in. Test has a room that's like the next floor up. The other guys stay in a room by themselves down the hall. Me and Kelly have a room together. So Kelly was really young, whatever. So not part of the business. I loved her though. I was like, I loved me, the Kelly. And so we get into our room and our room's gross. Like it's just gross. And she's like, and I'm like, okay, Kelly. And so she goes in the bathroom. She's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh gosh, what? And I go in there and in the bathtub, there's blood. And then it goes out of the bathtub onto the floor, onto the carpet, and then it stops where the door is. And so I'm freaked out because when my favorite horror movie is Bates Motel, Bates Motel,
Psycho.
Psycho, Bates Motel, Psycho, because I'm thinking it's Bates Motel. My favorite horror movie is Psycho. And so I'm thinking mother's coming to get us quick. And so we're freaking out. We run down the hall to the guys. Oh my gosh, they see it. So then we go to the front desk and the guy's like, I haven't rented that room out for days. And we're like, oh, great, that's awesome. And so he gives us another room, and it's literally the room across from it. And all they do was like put the little like thing in the door to the room we were in. And so I was like, dude, this is weird. And at the time, Kelly was secretly hooking up with Tess. So she sneaks off to go be with him. And I'm sitting in the room going, oh my God, Norman Bates, our mother's gonna come get me. And so I didn't sleep the whole time. And then the next day, when like the sun came up, I finally like went to the room and I opened the door and they didn't do anything to clean like anything up. It was all still there. It was really, really weird. And that hotel had like their ballroom area converted into a Hooters. So I'm like, oh my God, what if some Hooters girl like died there? So that's the story. It's a crazy story. And whenever I've been asked throughout the years, give me some kind of, that's my go-to because it is crazy, especially because I'm a vampire. So of course the vampire's room has the blood, but Punk doesn't say I was there at all. And it's just like, bitch, you knew. And so I was like, you know what? You're just like the rest. So here's the thing. It doesn't bring me joy to say these things. Like it, like, especially Punk, like that was, I liked him I was all about Punk for so long. If you go back, you can see I've done modeling pictures way after wrestling where I'm wearing his shirt. Like and the reason why I did that was because I believed in Punk. Like I believed in him. Like when he did that whole thing where he went out there open mic when he's like, "Hi, Cabana," that whole, like, I'm getting chills right now, even though I don't like him anymore. Like that was amazing. Like you just don't get to do that. And so it doesn't bring me joy to like, and then Stryker, we were really cool when I was on the road because at the time he was dating Crystal Marshall. There were a couple. And so she's to this day a friend of mine. And you know, he was around a lot and he was always helpful with us girls. And, you know, I'd gone to him about some of my guy problems before to get a guy's point of view. So you know, it doesn't bring me joy to say like any of this. Like, I think it's sad, but it is what it is. And like, to me, I don't look at it as a downer. It's just, you know, it is what it is.